We're working in there today. Let's go over there. Before we do, let's get in the back of the van because I need something. Yeah, got it. Ha ha ha. Hear the echo. Okay, no one dies now. All right, let's go. Okay, this week on Wandering Iron, what we're doing is we are working on some cars for a friend of mine who was like, hey, did you stop trucking? And I was like, yes, I did. And he goes, do you want a job? And I was like, yes, I do. And he goes, well, listen, I got an idea, but I need a few things done first before we get to that. And the few things he needs done first are some equipment needs to be sold. So let me show you what we're working on this week. See those two vehicles over there? The Suburban and the van. The Suburban's a 99. It's for sale. The van is a 2014. It is also for sale. But first, we got to get them started. You may notice that the hoods are open. And that is because the batteries are in the shop in here. We've been trying to bring the batteries back to life with, so far, very little success. Let's see. Oh, mode. These little chargers that he bought are kind of neat. Mode is off. Let's see what it says when I reconnect it. Desulfate. Same here. It's going to be off. All right. Disconnect. Reconnect. It's probably going to go into desulfate as well. Okay. I have a battery charger. I set it over here on the side-by-side. Voila. Supposedly, those things were charging all night. So they should be fully charged, but they have been discharged in vehicles. So the minivan battery is from 2022, and the Suburban battery here is from 2020. I held out very little hope that the battery from 2020 will actually be brought back to life. However, since we have the chargers, since we have the time, it is probably worth trying. While those desulfate for a few minutes, let's go show you what else I did this week. Also, where did I put my Dr. Pepper? It'll be fine. One sip was enough. So while those batteries were charging yesterday, I used the Kubota to build this ramp to go up to that door because it was fairly steep. It was a big drop off, really quite steep. So I went and got dirt and built that ramp. That is the first dirt ramp I have ever built. Yeah. So also, I'm gonna work on the boat, maybe, or at least try to find something to do about the boat because apparently it needs a motor. There's also a BMW that I need to work on, replace a battery there. So we'll test the batteries. We'll see if the batteries need to be replaced. If they do, we will throw the batteries in the back of the van. We'll go to Walmart. We'll get a couple batteries. We'll come back and we will hear that Suburban hopefully fire up. I think that's the one I'm excited about the most. Obviously, I mean, you know, the BMW would be next, and then the van's kind of like, oh, look, it runs. So anyway, also, van's over there doing her thing, being reliable as fuck. And if you watched the last video, there's the little U-Haul trailer, all ready to go, all the lights working. I brought it down here with all my tools. So this place though is awesome. I get to use that little cabin there, which is nice. And where are we? Well, that's the thing. We're at an undisclosed location because, you know, the man that owns this property would like to remain anonymous as far as all this stuff is concerned. But I do get to play with stuff. So, Kubota tractor, the side-by-side, the ATV. There's lawnmowers and stuff here. There's a ton of work to do. This is supposed to be shop space. I've got to clean it all up and everything. But the main focus for this week is get the cars running, get them sold. Oh. Get to play with this Ducati. I don't know. There's also another one over there somewhere. I'll show it to you guys later. Let's get back to the batteries for right now and see what we can do about those. So this little solar battery tester, by the way, is an amazing little piece. I've had it for years now. It works perfect. So let's test this battery and see if it's good or bad. I'm going to guess that it's bad. I'm not happy about how it charged yesterday. So, contact. I'll show you how it works. Boom. As soon as it has power, it lights up. You see it says 13.21 volts. So let's see. Power, SSA, cold cranking amps, 800. Test it. Bad. So, it charged overnight, and now says bad altogether. So, only 379 cold cranking amps. So that answers that question, as far as that one is concerned. We'll see if this one, I doubt very seriously this 2020 battery is going to come back, but let's go ahead and test it real quick. Just says bat charge no. So, one reads bad, one reads like it isn't charged. So if this big one's already reading bad, and this one is older, I'm just going to assume that they're both bad. So, okay. Guess we're going to Walmart. All right, lists have been made. Discussions have been had. We're going to Walmart to get batteries. But first we are going to go, we're going to go get the charger. And we're going to go get the batteries. And we are going to go to the other house that my friend owns and try to charge the batteries on the BMW. Apparently they're not that old. And he'd like to revive them if possible. So we're going to try that first. But then we're off to Walmart to get batteries for the Suburban and the minivan. The goal is to try to get those started today, get them pulled up to the garage, try to get them cleaned. He's going to power wash at the other property. I probably won't show you that property. I may show you the BMW a little bit, maybe not. It just depends. Out here, this is, I mean, you know, what defining features are you going to find out here that you're going to be able to see where I'm at? And that's the thing. So, but yeah, let's go. Well, let's get started. So I'm using the van as my tripod because I can't find the piece that goes on the tripod. Also, do I have the keys to these two vehicles? I probably should go get those real quick. They should be in the garage. But let's put batteries in right now. Now, I have already been today to check on the BMW. The battery for the BMW is currently charging. These two famous vehicles. I never know how to get into them. There we go. You notice the Chevy has keeps its own hood up because it's spring loaded, right? And this 2014 Chrysler minivan does not. Thus, the Chevy is better. And since I like it so much, we'll do its battery first. It's in place. So, I'll go ahead and put this one in, go grab the keys, and then come back and tighten everything down, and then we'll try to start stuff. Haha, keys acquired. So, that one I want to hear run first, so we're going to tie that battery in first. It is a Pittsburgh tool set, so inevitably, no matter what you do, the tools will be everywhere. I bet they sell a better holder for all these tools, and it costs more. I'm going to tighten those down too while I'm thinking about it, because I'd like to go from this one to that one. Ta-da! Tighten this one down as best I can by hand. Crank on it so it makes good contact. Okay. So everything's like tightened down. And aside from having to put all my tools back in order, which I'm not really going to do. Okay, I'm not going to really do it that well. I'm enclosing this toolkit. After that, we can fire it up and see if it fires. Will it run and drive 40 feet that way? We'll find out. Inside or outside for this? Outside? All right. Uh-oh. Why is it locked? Weird. All right, here we go. Almost. Not running on all 8, but it's gonna sit in a minute, so we'll give it a minute, let it do its thing. Also, the gas is old, so we'll let it do its thing. I'm sure it's fine. I probably should have checked the oil and the transmission fluid and all that stuff, but it's running. Give it a minute. Van? If that dies or smooths out, let me know. Okay, that was anticlimactic. Fired right up. How's the Suburban doing? I'll go check on it. Okay, did you hear that? It just picked up another cylinder. So that's good. So, van's running. Check on it. It's doing the V6 shake, so I think we're okay. I'm going to put the battery tie down back in on both of these, so the batteries are safe. And then let's go for a ride one over the other one. Now, I have known this friend of mine for a very long time. Like 20 years or something like that. And part of the reason that I went ahead and just started these, and I've let them run without checking fluids, is because I know how meticulous he is about taking care of his cars as far as maintenance is concerned. Obviously, he kind of just parked them and forgot about them, but that's okay. I don't know why he parked this one. I do know he parked this one because his wife got another minivan, and they offered him a terrible deal on trade-in. However, let me show you something. It was damaged. So, it could be that that's the reason why. Suburban, I mean, both these vehicles are for sale, I think. Suburban's kind of up in the air. It's got a low tire. Well, it'll make it to the shop. So let's at least get it to the shop, and we'll see about the tire in a minute. Don't you just love that? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Listen to that. Oh yes, goodness. Little oil, be all right. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Slide in. Yes, my stomach probably touches the steering wheel. There might be an adjustment for that. Let's close the door first. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, idle down. Does it die? No. It's actually running quite smooth. It's moving! It has a flat tire, but it's moving! How cool is this? I mean, seriously. Okay. We're not gonna go far. We're going right there because we have to. We have to do tires. I think the van can go for a drive, but the Suburban cannot. Brakes work. Hey, that's good. That's great news. Come on, little Suburban. It's not overheating. It's been moving. It's been on, you know, it's been on for a minute. Headlights seem to come on. Let's get it back over here by this garage door. We're gonna air that tire up. Okay. And we'll see if does the window roll down? It does. Don't go all the way down with it? No. If you have any old GM car and you're not sure about whether you should roll the windows down or not, roll them down. Don't roll them down all the way because the plastic clips in this love to fail. So just keep that in mind. It's not currently overheating, so that's really good. It's running a little low on oil pressure, but we're gonna let it run a little low on oil pressure. It's 110,000, 83.505 miles at this point. You wanna look? Sure. Tell them 110,083 miles. So if it's running all right and it'll hold air, we're probably going to drive it a little bit this week while we do some other stuff. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned. Oh yeah, that was a good call to do that. Let's go look at the one on the other side. Oh, I got the door closed. Nope, one on the other side is holding air just fine. So, cool. We'll put some air in the other side tonight or tomorrow before we try to drive it a little bit. But I have the power washer with me. And honestly, tomorrow, I think that's going to clean up to look real nice. Let's go look at the van. Oh, big stick. Get that out of the way. Alright. Let's see. Does the seat go back any further? It does go up. It does go down. Oh. It goes down. Let's come up with the back, because there's no way. Forward with the... Oh, that's power too. What does this do? I don't know what that does. It's probably like lumbar or something like that. This one has all the doodads and bobs and boobs and doodaddery and gadgets and bings and bongs and all the things I hate in a car, really. It smells good in here, though. Pretty sure it's not that. Damp rid is what that is. So that's kind of good. It's got the windows open in the back, though, which is kind of bad. And but this little Cincy thing is doing great. So, all right, in we go. There's a rear window in the back. They've got stuff in the window because they've been open all this time. So, do we have brakes? We might have brakes. Let's do forward first. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Dig yourself out. Ooh, you hear that? Oh! Oh man, it doesn't need to be ground off, I think. Does it have reverse? It does have reverse. That's drive. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna, it does say that there's a low tire. Let's go out and look real quick. I'll get back with you. Open sesame. Cool. It's got an automatic close too. I'm out of the way. Do your thing. That's not what I asked you to do. Whoa. Power door. Okay. Oh, because the wind. Is that? Did you stop because the window's open? You did something. Okay, close the windows maybe. Okay, the windows are closed. How about now? You go open and stay open? No, there's a mud dauber's nest in the track. Okay, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to try to get rid of. I'm going to have to hit that while the... Okay, I'll show you that. I don't have a problem with that. The tires aren't that low, so which is kind of nice. The heat is on. Should we check the AC? See if it blows? It's like, it looks like I dug it out of its grave. Okay. That's working. FM. Whoa, that's perfect timing. Okay. Alright, let's go for a drive real quick. We have a quarter tank of gas. We are not going far. We're just gonna go. We're gonna try to clean the brakes off. There's a place this way. I can make a big U-turn and come back. Now, I can't show you down here because this is the part of the property that if you see it, you might be able to find it. And he doesn't want you guys to be able to find it. So that's why we're in an undisclosed location. Deer? That's right. Yeah, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a shit. I'm on private property. I can do what I want. You hear me? I can do what I want because I'm on private property. Having this kind of property available to you so you can do stuff, hey dear, is like, you know, pretty great. See, I told you. Bings and bongs and doodadery. Air conditioner's air conditioning, so that's good. We'll go up here and see if I can make a U-turn. If I can, we'll go cabin to gate back. Let's turn that off, by the way, so I can listen. It's gonna be like a 3-point U-turn, like a 15-point U-turn or whatever. It's good. It works the system. And that's what you want to do after bringing a car back to life after it's been dead for... This had a battery from 2022 in it, so it's probably not that bad. Probably wasn't that dead. Probably driven until 2023. Well, he told me when he bought it. But I did ask him about a van. When I was looking for my van back last year about this time, I called and said, hey, you still got that Suburban? He goes, yeah, I do. And I was just like, what? And he told me what it was. I was like, yeah, I think it's out of my price range, man. And he goes, you think so? I'm like, yeah, I think so. So, that's why I didn't buy the subby. I shouldn't call it that. Suburban's still running. This is running okay. Anyway, we'll let them sit over here and charge. I'm gonna put this one next to the trailer on the other side, I think. Check your entire surroundings. We are not responsible. I wanted to listen again for the... Okay, the scraping sound has gone away on the brake pads. That's good. That's what I wanted. So, okie dokie. So what next? Let's try to get the tire on the Suburban aired up over here. Need to put an air chuck together in order to do that. So, bear with me.
Later.
Okay, so after we finished with the testing the minivan, the phone died, and we were down to like 3% or whatever. So what I did was I just killed the phone, and I sent it to charge and everything, and then did a run. What did I do? Let me think about this for a second. And then did a run over to, I took the Suburban and went over to the other house where the BMW is sitting currently. Nope, those are mine. And I went ahead and checked it. I think the batteries in it are going to be okay. So we're not buying batteries for the BMW. So that's kind of nice. All right, so that is it for today. 2 vehicles started, 2 vehicles running, a successful test drive of the Suburban, and successful test drive of the van. I need to clean them up so they look good. Need to go get the BMW, bring it back over here once it starts, and then detail the inside of all 3 of those cars and try to get them listed for sale. So, that's it. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh. Good morning again. I'm sore. I don't feel like I did enough to be sore, but I am sore. Also, I have a nostril whistle this morning. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Okay, it's gone. This is what I get to wake up to now. For really this week. So, there was a deer underneath one of these trees somewhere this morning while I was eating breakfast, just to sleep. That was fantastic. Okay, plan for today is to get the power washer out, wash the minivan and the Suburban so that they look nice, and then we're gonna go check on the BMW. So let's get that done. Well, I lied to you. I got the power washer all set up, got the minivan over there to power wash it first. Started to power wash it, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but the threads broke on this damn thing. Look at that. Looks like they've been broke for a while too. So, we're going to town, get a new pressure washer handle, and then come back. We'll check on the BMW. I might show you. I don't know. So, we'll check on the BMW, and then we'll come back and pressure wash the Suburban and the minivan. Okay, so I went to Walmart to get a new wand, and the new wand does not fit the hose on the old wand, where the old wand goes. However, you can tell I've managed to get the old wand on here. It's sealing up fine, and it'll spray water. So, I have not turned on the power washer yet, but you guys may get a show here, because I'm going to try it. That thing is 1800 PSI, and so either this is going to work fine, and I'm going to be able to power wash the minivan, or it's going to explode on me. But we're going to try it either way. So, stay tuned. That's a view. It's good enough. All right. Power washer on. And it died. Of course it died. Why wouldn't it die? Just leave it on and reset it. Hold on. Oh. Throw a breaker. You've got to be kidding me. Oh. Okay, I went online, I found a manual. I consulted the manual. I think I know what the problem is. So we're going to try it again. Alright, I'm soaked, first off, but, what do you think? I think that it's going to be good enough for me to bum around town in without the local constabulary pulling me over. Yeah, probably. Okay, here's the finished product as far as the van is concerned. Actually, it didn't come out too bad. So, is it good enough to drive it into town, maybe? Maybe. Do I want to drive it into town? Not really. But, I mean, it still needs some cleaning. Some of this is going to have to dry off. Just dry and just, like, blow off with the wind and stuff. But, look at it. Shit. But, everything works. Check this out. 2 times. Oh. Door opens. 2 times. Oh, door opens. I did power wash the seats on that side over there. But that was because that door right there had a mud dauber's nest in the track. Like up here. And I had to clean it. Obviously it still needs a little bit of power washing here. I'm going to let this dry though and just try to wipe that out. Windows were definitely left open. As you can see. It's okay. It happens. So, one door closing with the key. Other door closes with the key. Now, this is the magic part of it for me. Whoa. It all works. It just needs a good cleaning. And as I get to the point where I'm hand doing this, obviously all of this grossness needs to go. And all of this grossness needs to go. But, you know, don't leave your cars underneath pine trees, kids. It's not good for them. Anyway, alright, let's do this one. Now, the Suburban should be easier to deal with because I did drive it last night, so it blew a lot of the stuff that was on top of it off. And it is just dirty. Let me show you. You can see it's just dirt. So this one's actually going to be quite nice. I wish the sun was on the other side so I could move you guys to the other side so you could see it as I clean it. But I think this is what you're going to get. So I might be able to do the front corner. Well, I guess I could move it over here so the sun's on it. Let me do that. Oh yeah, that's a much better angle. Okay. Let me see if I can get you guys set up where you can see me do all of this. By just dropping this right here. And I will get to work. I feel like this is the kind of truck you would be proud to drive once it looks good. The battery on my phone's dying, so I'm going to turn you guys off. I'm going to turn this off and finish this up. Well, I'm going to turn you off and finish this up, and we'll revisit it when it's done. Thanks. Gratuitous beauty shot. Ooh, I still got to do the other side. But if you had to not get pulled over in something, would you take the OBS Suburban or the Chrysler Town & Country? Because I'm thinking Chrysler Town & Country. No, I'm probably gonna take this tonight. So. All right, turn around, do the other side. Yeah, the difference is night and day. All right, let's knock down this side. What is it the snowman said? Honey hush. Golly. This thing cleaned up good and quickly too, way faster than the van. Somebody needs this thing. Hell, I need this thing. Can you believe I had an opportunity to buy this thing before I bought the van? I mean, the van's more fun, but come on. Look at the front grille on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go change because I am soaked to the bone from power washing, and then I think we're gonna go check on the BMW. Do some other stuff. All right, so we're in for the night. I did take the minivan. So I took the minivan, put a little gas in it because it needed gas. I went and took that power washer handle back because it ended up being the wrong size. It didn't actually work. So wanted to make sure to return that, get the money back for it. And then I stopped off and got Dr. Pepper, and then I came back, and then I went by and checked on the BMW, which I'm beginning to be not hopeful about the battery on that thing. And so I came back here, and now I am making a pizza. So I am sore, I am tired, making a pizza, and then I'm going to do a little research online for some stuff, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good morning again, and it's cold outside. My hoodie is over there in the van, I'm pretty sure, and we got a couple of things to do this morning. I'm going to go put my hoodie on. I'm going to grab an air chuck that's in the it's in the garage and try to put an end on it so I can take it with me. I got to go air up some tires at the barn. I do want to check and see if there's a 12-volt plug in the back of the minivan right here or in the back of the Suburban. I'm hoping in the back of the Suburban, so I'd like to take the Suburban today. I took the minivan yesterday. But I'm going to probably try to load up the air compressor in the back of one of these two vehicles and take them over to air up the tires. So I think that's also a possibility. But let's do the air check first. So, you might be asking yourself this morning, hey, why the Suburban today? Why not the minivan, right? Well, if you are asking that question, the Suburban is obviously cooler. OBS. Two, the other part of the problem is that I rode around in the van last night doing stuff, and it was a little cold. And I had to turn on the heater. And it was confusing. For a guy who drives a van regularly from 1989, it wasn't as simple as like just turning on the heat and going down the road. And there were so many options. There was auto. There was, you know, the left side versus the right side and all that other stuff. I just want to be able to do this and have fucking heat. So that's why Suburban this morning. I do need to, so we're just going to turn it on low, maybe medium. I need to load up the air compressor, and then we're going to head over and check on the batteries for the BMW again. I'm still trying to save it. Oh, seatbelts. Seatbelts, everyone. Like it's the magic school bus, right? Alright, so let's talk about privacy, because I think it's important at this point, especially given what happened with Pole Barn Garage and Buff's Garage. So, I'm about to take you guys off property. I am going to be working in a barn that's near here, here in a little bit. I haven't shown anybody the BMW because, in all honesty, I'm worried that somebody's going to be able to figure out where I'm at while I'm working on the BMW, and that's the whole reason. So I just relate to you guys what's going on. But this property it's private, and it's supposed to remain anonymous. We're in the middle of the woods somewhere. You can't really tell, you know, where we're at and everything. And you might be able to tell from some a few details here and there. But I'm going to do my best to make sure that the property stays anonymous. And the reason is, there's stuff here. And the guy that I'm working for, you know, he wants the property to remain anonymous. He does not mind me videotaping on the property. He doesn't mind me videotaping what I'm doing. He's perfectly fine with that. But if you see something, I'm just going to make it easy on you, okay? If you happen to see something in the background that you want to ask about, email me. wanderingironvideos@gmail.com. It's that easy, okay? I'm an open book. I'll tell you almost anything. Where I'm at, I'm not going to tell you that. But if you see something that you want to ask about, or you see something that maybe you're interested in purchasing, you see something that you want to know if it's for sale, or you want to talk about it, or whatever it is, email me, okay? And we can talk about that. Right now, everything's for sale, right? As far as vehicles are concerned, this Suburban's for sale, the minivan's for sale, the BMW's for sale, future things that I'll be working on may be for sale. So everything's for sale for the right price. That's definitely something that that I know, that he knows. Everything, okay? Just ask. That's all I'm going to ask you guys. But don't show up here. Don't show up on somebody else's property. We already know from what happened with Pole Barn Garage and Buff's Garage, you're not open to be here. You don't want me catching you on the property without permission, because I promise you, this is Texas. And I will do exactly what a Texan will do as far as being on this property is concerned. I will protect it. But Vice Grip Garage had to move because people kept showing up. Justin Danger Nunley has put out videos because people kept showing up. Be respectful. Leave people alone. I know that you want to meet people and you want to do it in a way that you don't have to stand in line, or you just want it to be, you know, you just want it to be natural. You know, you want it to be organic. But if you show up on somebody's property, it's not organic. Okay? If you see something and you go to that person's property to steal something, that's bullshit. You should never do that. So, just be nice, be courteous, be kind. Okay? We're all human beings. We're all trying to exist. Some of us are just existing in a way that makes us more famous. Not me necessarily, but Pole Barn Garage and Buff and, you know, Derek Bieri and Freiberger and all these people. Just be kind. Be respectful. That's all I ask. So, anyway, I'm going to run back over to the BMW, and I'm going to see if I can't get it started today, because I'm really kind of aggravated. I left it doing a pulsating charge. It's this little NexPeak. I'll show it to you guys later. This little NexPeak charger. And I left it doing a pulsating charge overnight last night and yesterday for most of the day. And charging. I just left it on charge. I think it's going to say full. Just now it said that the battery wasn't charged. So we're going to go back over there, see if the battery's charged. If it says that it's not a good battery, I'm going to try to start it anyway. I've got the old Chicago, what is it? Chicago electric charger that has a start amperage on it. And then I've got jumper cables to try to jump it off and see if we can't get it started. But I'm tired of fucking with it. And I would rather fuck with it over here than fuck with it over there. So while there's somebody here on property, I'm going to try to get it started and get it over here. And then that way I can fuck with it over here. So, all right, let's go. It's pretty property though, isn't it? I'm gonna have to reshoot that, aren't I? That's what I thought. Hold on. I'll be right back. That's right. I got it running. I was gonna have some sort of smart-ass comment about this, like, you know, pardon me, sir, do you have any Grey Poupon? But obviously that's not gonna happen. So, all right, now I just have to get out of it. It's probably not gonna be. Don't watch, okay? It's fine. I'll make it. Yes. It's now running. And driving, and it actually doesn't drive bad. It's got 2 years worth of gas. Well, it's got gasoline in it that's 2 years old. So, but it runs, it drives, goes down the road pretty good. It runs hot, so that's something I got to look into. But voila, I have managed to get it running, and it is now here in my undisclosed location. So anyway, I'm gonna park it over there. Probably gonna hop back in the Suburban and go over to the barn, and I gotta get the trailer so I gotta clean the garage out. So the boat's for sale if anybody's interested in a boat needs a motor. This is for sale at some point. I mean, I gotta clean it up. The inside doesn't look great. Oh, I was gonna show you guys the inside. Let me do that. All right, 2007 BMW 328i with the 6-cylinder motor in it. And let me tell you, it is dirty on the inside. Look at this. Check out the mud dauber's nest over there on the other side. Yeah, that's fresh looking, you know. And then I don't know if everything's open. Might be. Yes, it is. Got all kinds of crap back here, and I'm assuming that's the owner's manual and everything. We can pop the trunk, though. We can look and see what's in the trunk. Hit this button right here. Okay. Should be popping the trunk right now. Shouldn't it? The key's weird. We're gonna get the key out. You gotta push on it. Let's see, there it is. Voila. Okay, now we'll pop the trunk. It still will not. I don't know why it won't pop the trunk. Unless it has popped the trunk. It is not. Okay. I don't know why it's not popping the trunk. So we pull this. I can't do this one-handed. Hold on. There you go. Key comes out. Little button right here. Slip that in my pocket. And then there's a fucking thing. See it right there? Okay, this goes in. Twist. And voila. I need to put the battery tie down back in and put all this back together. But there's your trunk, you know. Actually, not too bad. Kind of spacious and everything. I'm not trying to sell the BMW to you guys right now, but, you know, it's an interesting car. I've never driven a BMW before. That's locked. How about this one? Also locked. Okay, let's go around the other side and unlock everything. How do we... I think it's in there. It's getting tied. Okay, so keys are weird. As I said before, you push it in. Let me show you. You just push the key in. Right? Now it's in. And now I don't know if it'll let you do everything, but we can get inside and close the door and see. So this window's open. The back window opens. Oh, it goes all the way down. Will that one open? It will, in fact. Will this one open? It will, in fact. Okay. I know the sunroof opens because I played with it earlier. I gotta tell you, I was laughing at myself earlier because I was trying to figure out how to turn the sound up for the radio. I cannot figure out how to do that. It's got the iDrive system. See? There you go. iDrive system. And I figured this button right here would be the one to turn it up, but all that does, if I turn that, is it tries to... Well, now I don't know what it's doing. Let's see. Entertainment. Enter. It says it's on the radio, but if I try to... If I move this button down here... Will it work? It probably won't work. I don't understand. How do you turn the radio up? How do you turn the sound up? I tried these. That just scans things. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is volume. And for some reason the speakers are not working. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it. I'm an idiot. I had to organize it. I had to. But, you know, could they have been pulled forward into those spots? Yes. Would it look as cool? No. So they're back in. Let's go do other stuff. Okay. So, here's where things get interesting. This was the off the property I was going to tell you, that I was telling you about yesterday. Well, let me show you what all is in here, and then we can sort of talk about it, okay? All right, first off, I know everybody's going to ask about it. The bus. So here's the deal. There's a bus in this barn. That is the bus. I don't 100% know what's happening with the bus right now, but I do know that I am working on the bus right now. So, not right now. The main focus today is this trailer. To get this trailer, the tires are both flat. Let me show you. Right there. So, and it's been sitting for a while. So the main focus is to get the tires on this trailer aired up so I can use it. The John Deere, I need to take the battery out of it and go get another one in town. And then, of course, there's other little stuff here and there. There's another trailer over there. Lawnmowers and welding equipment and battery chargers and lights and furniture and all kinds of stuff. I swear to God, I saw an engine crane. There's a spreader or a whatever. Ah, there's the engine crane. That will probably come in to play at some point. Looks like something's been building a nest in the refrigerator over there. So we'll get around to that at some point. But yes, the bus is something I'll be working on. And that may be a future video. I don't know yet.
The next day.
Good morning. It's cold again. This morning it's about 33 degrees. So, I don't know that I'm going to be doing a whole lot of filming today because I'm going to go into the garage over there and I'm going to clean up, basically. We're loading stuff in the garage onto this trailer, taking it over to the barn, and unloading it. And that's pretty much all we're doing today. You can see that I've got the minivan, the BMW, and my van over there. And I'm basically just using the Suburban now as a work truck. So, that's kind of what's going on. But yeah, that's our plan today, is to do that. If there's stuff that I can film for you guys, to show you guys what's going on, I will, but probably not going to film a whole lot today. So, anyway, later on, though, I will be power washing the BMW to clean it up a little bit on the outside at least. But the goal is to get the west side of the shop cleaned up today. Bunch of stuff hauled over to the barn so that I can start cleaning up the east side of the shop and get stuff that's on the east side of the shop moved over to the west side of the shop. And stuff that's in the center of the shop moved over to the west side of the shop so that I can get cars in and actually clean them. Like the interior, whatever, you know. And then, like, the Suburban needs plugs and wires, probably. And the minivan just needs to be cleaned up really well, and the BMW needs to be cleaned up inside really well, too. So, those two, at least, are for sale at this point. For sure. And I'm going to try to convince the guy that I'm working for to keep this as a work truck. 110,000 mile Suburban, I think, is a perfect work truck for the property and everything. I don't know what's going on exactly, whether this is a temporary situation or a permanent situation or whatever, but this is what we're doing right now. So, we're supposed to talk about it tomorrow. So, we will talk about it tomorrow. But anyway, let's get over to the shop. Let's get started on trying to get the shop cleaned up so that I can start moving stuff around.
Tomorrow for sure.
Whoa. It's cold again. I got tea in my other hand, so let me close the door. Good morning. It's a little after 7:30, I think. Oh, hold on, look. And then there's one right there. See him? Every morning they're out here. And they're out here all the time. I don't hunt. The guys that came yesterday to do the trees down there or whatever at the big house, they were down at the dock fishing. And they were like, "It's great fishing. You should get a fishing pole." I don't fish. "Oh, the deer, man, you should hunt." I don't hunt. I just don't. So anyway, I do work on cars and stuff. And I've made great progress in the shop. So let's go over there and take a look. Alright, give me a second here. Tea. Keys. Let me shut this door. OBS. Anyway. Sorry. So I had to take the Suburban. I had to run into town today. So, but I can show you guys what I've done in the shop so far. We're going to load some stuff up first before we go. But let's take a look. Woo! Alright. So we got to turn on the lights. Man. Boom. Alright. So that bay still needs to be cleaned. That'll be the work bay. Basically where I work on stuff. I've got the 3 motorcycles here. The dirt bike and the 2 Ducatis. And then here's the progress I've made. Oh, shit. Spilling tea. So, let's go to the other side and turn the lights on. And I'll show you the progress I've made. Alright, ready for the big reveal? It looks crowded in here because it still is. But, if you'll remember from the beginning of the video, there was a big pile of crap here. There was stuff piled right here. And then there was a bunch of stuff, like right here, from this garage door all the way back there. And what I did was just really rearrange things. So there is a big house being built here, and all this stuff that's here is for the big house when it gets finished. But getting the equipment in this end of the shop and set up where I can access it, I can work on it and everything, that's great. We fixed a tire on this zero turn. That one set dormant for some time, but I got it running yesterday. The Kubota is out of fuel. I need to go get fuel for it. This thing, I don't know. It doesn't want to run. It doesn't want to go into reverse. So it does run, and I just need to work on it, tune it a little bit, I think. Fix a tire on this one. This one's the project for today because the battery fell clean out of this thing last night. And there's a battery box down here, or the battery tie down. I think you can see it down there. The battery tie down is just let loose on this. So fixing that is going to be a key for today because I need to get this. I need to be able to use this. I may end up going down and digging a trench with the Kubota, and then getting the tire fixed on this was great. I have to get that one over there fixed and serviceable. This one. You can see it's missing a wheel, so that's going to be it. But the other thing is I got to finish cleaning up the entire shop area over there. So let's squeeze between the tractor and zero turn. So all of this still has to be cleaned, organized, and try to figure out everything. So that's going to be my next goal. Well, we have reached Friday, so I don't entirely know what happens next at this point. He and I are going to have a conversation today about, I guess, what my future looks like here. And it will be based on my performance thus far, as far as everything is concerned. So, So what does that mean for this video? I don't really know. And I don't really know what the future holds exactly, except that I will continue to work here probably. We had a long discussion about another project 2 days ago that he had no hope for. He was getting ready to get rid of it, and I kind of stepped in and said, no. I said, don't do that. Let's attack it a little bit. Let's look at it. Let's see what we can do. You know, give me some time. But the main focus needs to be getting all of this cleaned up, getting all of this stuff running and serviceable again. And then once we have everything running and serviceable, then we can start attacking other projects. And will there be other projects in the future? Yes, there will. So they will probably start in this shop, and then they will move to a different location nearby. So where you saw me with the trailer the other day, if it's in the video, I don't know if I'm going to add it or not. But if it's not in the video, it will be in another video. If not, I don't know. But anyway, this is now organized fairly well, cleaned up fairly well. I still need to sweep in here. So I need to do a couple of other things in here. Need to organize for sure. But getting all this equipment in on this end of the barn where it could be serviceable or where it could be serviced easily with whatever tools that I have and everything is exactly what I needed to do. So from here, who knows? I have to wait and see. Anyway, I'll carry you through guys through today, and then at the end of the day, hopefully I'll have an update on what happens next. And if not, then we'll end this video and we'll go on to whatever's next. So anyway, that's it for now. Let's get the battery loaded. I got to get the tire for this log splitter put in the back of the Suburban, and I've got to get the fuel tank so I can go get diesel for the Kubota. So let's get to it. All right, back from town. I had to stop and get a tire put on the front of the Suburban because the tires are so old that I had one that was actually going flat on me. So, what are we doing next? Let's work on the Kawasaki, on the mule. because I think that's the thing that I want that moving first. So I can tell you right now, somebody did not properly secure this battery in place when they put the new one in, and that's the reason it fell out. But you could see that when it fell out, it broke the terminal on the battery itself. And the, see how loose it is? It shouldn't be that loose. Should never have been that loose. And this plug right here. So there's a sort of a latch on this plug, and it is busted. So that's gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to fix that, but not the right way, at least for now, to get this all put back together. So and the fact that there are bolts down there underneath where the battery goes, that concerns me. So let's get this area cleaned up, and then we'll get this battery in. Oh yeah, much better. You know, and the thing is, it's not like it's even that hard to take care of this stuff, right? Because, and there have been other people that are supposedly here taking care of this stuff for the guy that I'm working for. But all the tools are here. I mean, look at this shop, okay? This shop vac that I just pulled out of a trailer over there, just sitting there, right? There's a big Ferris zero turn over there that's just being left alone. I've got to go over there and fix that here in a minute. It's just neglect, because nobody's coming by to take care of anything. Or if there's a guy hired to come by and take care of stuff, he's not doing it. He's just reaping the benefits. So, I don't know. All right, let's get the battery in. Let's get this thing started. Let's get on to some other things. That's what I call properly installed. So that should last a while. Oh yeah, my flashlight's underneath there. Got it. And look, I have extra parts left. Used to give my mom a heart attack doing that. I would say, look, I got all these extra parts left. She goes, those are supposed to go in the car. And I'd be like, oh, you think so? And she would, have a heart attack. But anyway. All right, let's see if it'll fire up. I managed to forget something. I used to hope it's the thing I forgot. Because I just tried to start it and it wouldn't start. So, there is this plug here. And that's going to plug into this plug here. So these two are going to plug in together. Let's see. So plug those in. Because we don't have a clip to hold those in place. We're going to do the only other thing we can do. Let's see if you can. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And that is put a zip tie through that, I think. At least we're going to try to. Let's see if I can get it. Alright, let's see if it starts. Lights. Still nothing. On? Oh. We got lights. That's good. Ready? Doesn't really like to. It's a little cold-blooded. Aha! And brakes. Forward. We go forward. I mean, it's just a battery, but still. We don't get to test drive stuff even after a battery. Are you really even a mechanic? Okay, let's get this out of the way. Clean up our tools. And we'll get on to the next thing. But that now runs. Cool. Alright, the other thing we were working on was this log splitter. Because of all the trees on the property. This wheel had gone flat. So, to the point that it had deformed. And I took it to a shop here in town, and they reformed it, fit it back on the thing, or back on the wheel, and I'm going to put the bearings back in, and put the cap back on, and everything, and then I'm going to put it in that corner over there, behind all this stuff, and then we're going to turn our attentions to that lawnmower. Let me get this done. Actually, I'm going to try to do this one-handed so you guys can see it a little bit, but as you can see, the wheel is held on by the bearings and the castle nut. I don't think this thing is highway rated, But we're gonna put all this back together. So let's see, let's get the bearing back in there, and it's probably never leaving the property. Actually, this is all stuck together. That's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. I'm not stupid, although sometimes I think I am. All right, bearing back in place. All right, and then we have this nice washer, which I don't think is keyed. We'll find out. Nope, it is not keyed. So, and then the castle nut goes back on. Now, when I go to tighten this down, I will need both hands. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. It shouldn't be. It should be as easy as putting a castle nut on. Okay. It just has to be hand tightened, but I gotta reseat the bearings and everything too. That's the other part of it. So when you get to that point, I'm probably gonna put the phone down for a second while I reseat this. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright, I got that tire on. We did the starter fluid and lighter trick, and it went poof, and it's on now. So we're gonna try to start this thing and take it for a spin to see how it runs, and then we're gonna rearrange the entire shop again, I think. So, all right, I got it on, and we did the starter trick. Little Cosby sauce, a little bit of fire, poof, that thing went on without a problem, and hopefully it holds air. Everything's set up. We're gonna see if this thing will run. Go for a little ride, but we're also going to probably rearrange the entire shop because, yeah, first I'm going to get this out of here, maybe sweep. I'm going to try to do that, but I got a lot of cleaning up to do still. There's fucking stuff everywhere. So, all right, let's go for a ride. Let's see if we can't go for a ride. Let's see if I can find a place to put you guys where you won't fall, but you can see the ride. Okay, guys. Let's try it. Choke out. Turn the key. That won't work. I'm gonna. It's in park. It doesn't need to be not in park, right? Nope, it won't start not in park. It won't start with these engaged. Alright, let me fiddle around with it for a second. Try to figure out what I'm doing. We're figuring things out as we go. That's what we're doing. Let's try the seatbelt trick. See, maybe that's the thing. Yeah. Alright, it's time for some Cosby sauce. Alright. We'll do it now. Yes, it will. tires seem to be holding air okay. So we're gonna run back down to the other end of the property, check on the guys that are here, and then we'll go and rearrange the shop. Well, I was told to come watch the sunset if I got a chance. And that's what I'm down here doing. Sipping a little Dr. Pepper. Kind of thinking about this week. Everything that's gone on. So, next stuff is, I don't know. So, I thought I was going to get a chance to talk to the guy that I'm working for, but he couldn't make it down today. So we're going to talk tomorrow. We're texting back and forth on the phone, talking about stuff a little bit, but man, I've had a good week. I want to say that. I've had a lot of fun. I've done a lot of work, worked on a lot of stuff, and got some more stuff to work on. So that's good. I'm enjoying this. So anyway, I'm going to watch the sun peak below the horizon over there. I'm going to take this back. I'll put it back in the garage. And I'm going to go inside and get a shower because I mowed earlier today over at the other piece of property. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of my evening. So that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this, subscribe. If not, it's okay. I understand. Like, comment, share, turn on the notification bell, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Okay? And as always, peace.